Okay, let's look at solving an algebraic equation that has an absolute value, that you're taking the absolute value of an expression. First of all, let's just review what an absolute value is. Remember, to take the absolute value of a number is to determine how far away it is from 0 on the number line. So for example, the absolute value of 5 is 5, and the absolute value of -5 is also 5. They're both -5 and 5 are 5 units from 0 on the number line, one to the left, the negative, and one to the right, the positive. So distance is not negative, it's always positive. So we don't, if we take the absolute value of a number, it's just how far away it is from 0 on the number line. So you can see if I have the absolute value of x, it can have a positive or a negative solution. For example, if x is 3, the absolute value of x could be 3 for a -3 or a +3. So with that in mind, when you're solving an equation with an algebraic expression in it, you need to keep that in mind. So what you can do is, get the algebraic expression equal to the numeric value. So in this case, you notice how I have a +7 being added to the absolute value. So I'm going to eliminate that by subtracting 7 on both sides. So I have the absolute value of 9x minus 7 is equal to 13. Okay, and then same thing over here, absolute value of 9x minus 7, and then I subtract 7 on each side and I have a 13. But you see a negative here, again, because the solution or the absolute value of a number can be positive or negative. So you see I have the absolute value of 9x minus 7 is equal to 13, and the absolute value of 9x minus 7 is equal to -13. Okay, so what did I do first? I just isolated the absolute value by itself within the equation. In this case, I subtracted a 7. If I possibly could have been maybe multiplying a 3 over here and then 3 times the absolute value of 9x minus 7, then I would have subtracted 7 and then I would have divided both sides by 3. Okay, and then once I have my absolute value by itself, then I'm going to make the solution what it equals, both positive and negative, and solve for both cases. So I remove the absolute value, and I have 9x minus 7 is equal to 13, and 9x minus 7 is equal to -13. Okay. So then I just would solve for x like I would a regular equation, and I find that x is equal to 20 over 9 when I add 7 and divide by 9, and then x is equal to -2 over 3 when I add 7 to -13 and divide by 9. So those are the possible solutions for x. If I were to plug 20 over 9 in here, I would get 20, following the rules. And if I were to plug -2/3 in for x, I would also get 20, because once I take the absolute value of that, I have a positive. Okay, so that's a little bit about absolute value. Now let's see how this works. I think I'm ruining this video, so I'm just going to stop